Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Growth Path. Today I am excited to have somebody on that we've had some brief chats in Romania earlier this summer. And actually, if I see this thing here, I got it from the company that she's the chief operating officer of from Tekpon. I've got Alina Maria Stan on and some background on Alina. Alina's the COO and co-founder of Tekpon. She drives SaaS promotion and lead generation and branding strategy over there. She's got 11 years of international experience in Denmark and Germany, and has also held leadership roles in affiliates and also branding at companies like King Casino, Bonus, Extremo Media, and Fable Media. She also holds a dual master's degree from the Technical University of Munich and Aarhus University. And she also brings deep expertise in online marketing, CRM, and growth strategy. And actually, I've been looking back at some of like your experience. So, for example, the CEO of King Casino Bonus, I want to know about this a little bit because I work with a company that sells into that space. So that's sort of when I looked at that in your profile, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But anyway, we'll talk through that.
Sure.
Great to have you, Alina.
Great to be here as well. I'm really happy to join you.
Absolutely great. So look, tell us a little. So you went from you were the CEO of King Casino Bonus, right?
Yes.
Which is obviously an online casino.
Yeah,
Right.
Not an online casino, but an affiliate software, an affiliate basically website for casino bonuses.
For casino
Yes.
bonuses. Are you still doing anything in that space?
No, we don't. No, we don't. Actually, that's why I've been only 4 months over there, is because we decided to actually exit the business. We did 5 exits with that business, with Alex together. And we decided to enter the software field and basically learn the whole new industry from zero and make our way around it. King Casino Bonus was a very good experience. We were basically the market leader in the UK on that field. We were affiliates. We were one of the largest affiliates in the industry, and it was quite a shock for us to change the industry because everybody knew us in the casino field, and we were going to conferences, and we were getting free meals, free flights, free accommodation, free everything. Because when you actually send a lot of traffic to people, as we used to, we were very important for the casino, so they were treat us like royalty. And I mean, changing the industry was a totally different game. We had to learn everything from zero, and we applied a lot of the strategies we learned over there. We also took some of the people that worked with us in the casino industry to build Tekpon. And the different approach that we had here, we realized that we are great at building networks of people and bringing people together. So we decided, okay, let's apply all our skills and make a conference, make Tekpon Awards at first. And then AI came along and we're like, okay, this is a field that's definitely very interesting for everybody, for us as well. We know a lot of people that are actually trying and some of them really struggling with AI. And Tekpon AI Summit, which is coming up in 25th of November, is going to be all about teaching others how to implement AI in their business and how to use AI in our advantage. Because a lot of us are actually using AI in a minimal capacity, I would say. And the purpose is to automate as much as possible, to save on costs, to transform SaaS. Because I don't think SaaS is going anywhere. I think SaaS is actually transforming. I think SaaS is just, it's going to be SaaS and AI in the future. And I think we want to play a role in this, and we want to help the SaaS industry adapt to AI, I would say.
Interesting. Let's go back to, let's take a step back a little bit just in terms of Tekpon, right? So you described Tekpon there just as it started as a networking conference, or the awards. The awards started to recognize people that were in SaaS, right?
Tekpon actually,
what is Tekpon? What is Tekpon?
Tekpon is actually a marketplace for software and also a solution for procurement. What we do on Tekpon is that we have relationship with a lot of software. We basically leverage our network to help people purchase software at a better price. So what we do, we take companies. Let me give you an example. I don't know, car industry, for example. And then they come to us and they ask us, well, guys, we need software, and we need a CRM software. We have this many employees, and we don't know how to proceed. We don't know which CRM to choose. And what we do is actually we do some research for them. And then we contact all the software companies that are fit for them. We talk, we take the calls for them. We explain them the situation. We schedule a meeting between the automotive company, let's say, and Tekpon and the software solutions. We see all their offers, we see the demos, we see the solutions they come up with. Then we discuss again with the company that wants to implement the software, and we pick the best solution for them. And then we go on with the negotiations with generally 2 or 3 partners that are the best fit for that particular company. And we pick the best offer, depending on the solution they offer, the implementation process, customer service they offer, customer success representative, because it's very important for that company to succeed with the product, with their product. And then once the first year after the implementation passes on, we can continue with the automotive company to continue with that particular software if they are satisfied, and we basically renegotiate another contract. If they are satisfied with the software, we go on with the same company. If no, we look for a different partner for them. So that's basically what we do. Another vertical in Tekpon is that we have deals. We have deals for software for smaller companies that actually need just the basic software. They know what they want, and we offer them deals, better offers for certain software they are looking for. And also, we are working right now on building a platform to connect the people from the software industry. This is something actually related to the conferences that we have. So we bring a lot of people to conferences. It would be a shame not to have them on Tekpon and to allow them to actually discuss with those people directly. Some of the people that participate to the conferences, they don't remember the name of the people they talk to. Unfortunately, it's impossible to remember the name of thousands of people. But if they come actually on Tekpon Connect, they can see their faces, they can see who those people are, and they can actually request a meeting with those people. And then we'll enable them to meet and have a chat and discuss, maybe catch up on what they discussed at the conference.
Excellent.
That's basically what Tekpon does.
So it's a really great model, I think, especially given the fact that if you go to industries that aren't, like you just mentioned one industry, automotive, right, that maybe aren't as savvy when it comes to choosing technologies. I think that's also something that's like very helpful, right? So that they understand, okay, like the buying process, if they don't fully understand the buying process of various tech, right? So if I'm working in tech, I'm very close to it. But if I'm in an industry that tech is not necessarily my bread and butter, like I'm not selling tech myself, I'm selling cars, it's a very different thing, right?
Absolutely.
Somebody to be able to hold my hand through a process and make that purchasing decision based on various different things would be very helpful. That's amazing.
I'm sure you're aware that a lot of software actually goes to waste, and a lot of good software, because people purchase it and they don't know how to use it, and they don't know if it's like actually a fit for their company. And a lot of this waste, the software that actually goes to waste, and it's responsible also for a lot of the churn software companies experience, is also because nobody really takes care of SMBs in a lot of industries. I mean, okay, we have competitors that take care of the enterprise sector. I mean, this sort of service is very, very common in enterprise, but nobody really thinks about the medium-sized companies. Let's say the companies up to 250 employees, maybe even 500 employees. They also have this problem. Nobody really has a service that's dedicated to them to basically externalize their procurement service, software procurement service.
Which is really great. Like you would get that, for example, you might, with the enterprise space, you get some of the bigger analyst houses like Forrester and Gartner working together with massive enterprises to help guide them down through a buying process. They'll do essentially what you mentioned, the procurement. They'll do the research. They have the research already. They know they have existing relationships with the vendors. They know the vendors very well. They know who within the vendors are the right people to be speaking with, etc. And then they'll create a shortlist, and that shortlist will then maybe go, in typical cases in the enterprise, normally go to an RFP. But it's great that there's some organization there that's dedicated to the SMB. That's great.
Yeah, it's because they don't have all this knowledge, and Gartner offers a great service. I actually admire them for the work they do, but they are too expensive for this company.
Too expensive, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
too
yeah,
expensive for these companies, and they really don't need that level of service. They just look for something quicker, let's say that can think for their solutions, that probably don't have that the focus strictly on enterprise, because the solutions you offer to enterprise and the solutions you offer to SMBs are completely different.
yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true. Okay, let's focus in on some of the things that are ongoing at Tekpon. So you obviously have the events are a big thing, right? So anybody that's in SaaS and that goes to any of the SaaS events will likely know Alexander and Christian, right? So they are present on basically every SaaS event that there is. The guys are there, right? And I was joking with Alina before this, like Alina's like the Wizard of Oz when it comes to Tekpon, that she's the one pulling the strings behind the scenes on everything. And actually, funny enough, this is Alina's first podcast as well. But Alina's the one that makes sure that shit happens, probably.
Yeah.
And the guys are the face of the business, right? So they're the ones that are out on the floor, whereas you're the one that's making sure that it's all working in the background, right? But there's a couple of like pivotal things in Tekpon that I see is the awards, right? And you also have another event that's coming up now in November around AI and go to market. But let's talk a little bit around the awards. Like I was at the awards this year, as I mentioned. Yeah, I don't know how many hundred people flew into Bucharest, and there was many different events happening around the event, and like a huge operational pull, I would say, right? So like or a huge operational lift, which it's a huge amount of work, and for a very lean team, right? How many people are you in total?
I mean, we have a lot of contractors, but we are about 10 people that are like full time, and then we actually externalized a lot of people from the outside doing some of the services for us, but fully dedicated, we are 10 people.
But it's funny because the event itself is a let's call it a marketing activity for Tekpon, right? So like the entire company is probably working on this marketing activity, just this one marketing activity for months and months, because it's a great success, like, but it's huge undertaking for a marketing activity, right?
I think we're just very good at organizing everything, and we have some partners that we work with and helped us actually make the first Tekpon Awards event. We have to thank some of actually our partners, our investors, for all their support in terms of this. I mean, they definitely helped us build together Tekpon Awards and told us everything, how it has to be scheduled and what should be our list of priorities in terms of organizing an event, because we had zero experience with this. I mean, I'm trying to involve in terms of organizing these events only the people that are actually necessary for this, and keep the rest of them on Tekpon. So yes, we spend a lot of time on materials, on getting venues, but a lot of the operational team is actually not involved until the last minute, I would say. Most of the activities are actually me, Alex, Christian, and our CMO, Anna, because, I mean, it's enough. We organize it in Romania because, well, we are Romanians and we know the place very well, and we know people, and we know the venues, and we know what we need. And a lot of the things happen by just going there, discussing with people, and then we just know a lot of people. We have a very large network of people in Romania that are actually supporting us. I would say that a lot of the work involving Tekpon Awards is done by the community. They suggest us people to take photos. they support us, for example, with people that come with supercars, because why not? We want to promote Romania. We want to bring people to Romania and show them that, well, it's not that scary place in Eastern Europe that you can't really find anything into. We're not a third world country. We are actually a developed country, and you can find anything in Romania. And a lot of the partners that actually support us make a great event are companies that just want to show people from the West that we have everything here. We can do this. And actually, the biggest goal of Tekpon is to build around it and to get a Romania on the map of SaaS. We want to make Romania the new Silicon Valley. Let's put it this way. That was our biggest goal back in 2023 when we first thought about Tekpon Awards. And then,
Nice.
to some extent, we succeeded this year. We had 1,000 people in Romania. The biggest challenge we had was actually the venue, because we discovered that it's very hard to find a venue that can host 1,000 people. But we figured it out. And for Tekpon AI Summit, we're going for a very high-tech venue. It's something that's going to be amazing. We are going with the largest, basically, screen in Central Eastern Europe, 100 square meters screen, a totally brand new venue with high-tech audio system and everything. So all the workshops will be absolutely fantastic, I believe. We have some very, very interesting speakers that will come to the Tekpon AI Summit. I'm not allowed to present them yet. Christian will pop up with all the people speaking at the event, but we are definitely looking into some of the very large AI providers in Europe, and not only in Europe, to come and speak.
Very nice.
I mean, the purpose is just to keep the secrets in there, to give you some insights that's not shared to the public. And one of our goals is to tell everybody, okay, now you leave your phones aside. You don't share anything. You just keep everything for yourself. You want to hear the information, you have to come to the workshops and learn it for yourself. But you're not allowed to share this information. This information will stay here.
Interesting. That's a cool approach. How many people are you expecting?
Well, I think about somewhere around 1,200.
Okay.
1,500. It's going to be a quite large conference, but it's not going to be the same format as Tekpon Awards. It's going to be more of a workshop approach, where we'll have basically 400 people sitting at the workshop, and then we'll have some booths outside. That's basically what we want. Not many, a few, because the workshops are the main event, and we want people to learn. We had some of the feedback that we got from Tekpon Awards. It was that, well, guys, we really enjoyed the third day with the workshops. I'm not sure if you actually participated to the third day of Tekpon Awards.
I didn't. I had to fly back.
Well, actually, people were... we barely took them out of the UiPath office, because we had a speaker talking about AI automation, and he was very, very specific on how you should automate some of the processes, and people were actually so interested that he spoke for about 2 hours, and we actually had to get things moving along because we had some other people speaking. And people really manifested some interest towards AI, like a lot of interest. We basically couldn't stop that workshop.
Nice.
And then we're
Very
like,
nice.
then we just decided, okay, let's just do an AI summit where we get a lot of these people to talk about actually how you can use AI literally in your business. Because a lot of us are using AI on our phones for minimal tasks, like, I don't know, content, for example. But AI is not only about content and, I don't know, chatting with it or asking it whatever. I mean, you can automate a lot of the things, the day-to-day tasks you have in your business with AI. You'll actually be surprised how much of it can be automated. I mean,
100%.
I'm pro having people in the company and having employees, and I understand their value, but I think the future is learning how to use AI in your own advantage. I don't think we have to do so much manual labor anymore. I don't think we need to uh, just basically waste our time. A lot of that changed. A lot of that can be automated now, and I think we have to focus on pushing the people working with us to be more creative and to use all the tools they have to be better at their job.
100%.
I mean,
100%.
the issue I'm having
Absolutely.
right now, it's not that I don't need the people that I'm working with. The issue is them understanding that AI is not their enemy, it's their friend. And I think a lot of people are actually, I mean, it's a sensitive topic. People losing their job because of AI. No, people are losing their job because they don't know how to use AI in their advantage. A lot of companies are actually having problems with people that don't want to adapt to the AI era and use these tools in their advantage, and they lose their jobs because they don't want to adapt to this, not because they are not good. They are good, but they are not fast enough anymore.
That's the thing. Yeah, there's so many elements to it as well. I think with companies that are getting rid of people, for example, in support and etc. I think there's a separate issue in that some larger organizations are also being short-sighted. But yes, there's definitely resilience from people to say, "Oh, I don't want to use AI. I don't understand AI. I'm just going to ignore it. It's not going anywhere. In fact, it's actually just going to get better and better and better. So we need to embrace it." I think it's amazing that you guys are putting together something now where people can really understand and learn how best to embrace it. But yeah,
Now, I think that certain services cannot be replaced with AI. Like, for example,
I agree.
a lot of also SaaS companies are getting very bad reviews for the fact that they're implementing AI in customer service because a lot of their clients are actually very dissatisfied with that. I mean, okay, it can do basic tasks, but it cannot replace humans.
Can't replace a person.
No, no,
That's the point.
no.
Yeah. But hey, look, Alina, we're just on time now. It's been a great pleasure getting to know you a little bit better and also understanding what you guys do at Tekpon and what your role is. Where can people find you?
Tekpon.com. They can find us there, and then they can find us on LinkedIn. I'm pretty sure that they cannot get rid of us on LinkedIn, especially if they want
For sure not.
SaaS and AI, and at our conferences, Tekpon Awards and Tekpon AI Summit. And
Perfect.
if you guys want to join, if you want to sponsor Tekpon AI Summit, just write us a message on LinkedIn or write us an email on Tekpon, and yeah, we'll get in touch with you.
Perfect. Alina, thanks so much for coming on. It's
Very
been a pleasure.
much. It's been a pleasure as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, this has been another episode of Growth Path. Tune in again next week for more great content. Thanks.